Hey everyone, and welcome to Vagina Therapy. I'm your host Dee, and today I have the honor of speaking with Martine Goosens from CKG De Kleine Vos. How are you, Martine?
I'm fine, thank you. A little bit nervous.
Well, don't be nervous. This is a nice and relaxing atmosphere.
Mhm.
So, Martine, tell us a little bit about CKG De Kleine Vos.
I do my best to answer in English. CKG, it's like a Center for Childhood and Parent Support. So there are 36 places for children who are in special needs. The judge take the decisions to place the children in our care. So that's a job I'm doing approximately 40 years now.
Wow.
And still, I think I can be a little part of their lives and taking care and for the children, but also for their parents.
Wow.
To mean something.
40 years. Was that your first job ever?
No, I started when I finished my school and school education. I study very specialized for children, and it was very difficult to find a job in that sector because there was everywhere in that support there was a stop to taking personnel. I don't know how it is in English. You couldn't find a job on an easy way. So I've been working all over Flanders to find a job. First, it was as a volunteer. So maybe they could give me a contract to work there, but it was very difficult. So after 4 or 5 years, I've been working some interims and all those things, and mostly as a volunteer. And finally, I got there a place for me.
And you've always wanted to do that. You've always wanted to help children and families.
Yes, in the first I was working with disabled persons, like children with Down syndrome and all that kind of handicaps. Um, but now I find it always very difficult to work with children with special needs and families with special needs. And finally, I got there and I'm still there. So, no, I think it's a good choice. It's been a good choice.
So, in your role as a social worker, how do you see the company's mission in your everyday work? Do you see that the mission from CKG in your everyday work?
Yes, because we had a mission and a vision, and for me and my colleagues and all the people who works there, I think we stand for the same thing. To be support and to help mostly the children, but also the parents who are needed.
And how many families do you currently work with?
Always six families.
Six families. And do they all need the same things? And what are those things?
It's not always the same things, but mostly of the time I learn the families where they can go for certain help. That's more the things I do with the families, and also if they have some questions about their children and the education and how to manage the problems in the education. We search together for the answers and closing. Yeah, but it's mostly the parents they ask their questions, and I try to do it with their questions to go on.
So you help them in every aspect of their life. So, for example, if they need help in finding a school for their kids, that's where you would step in. And also, if they need extracurricular activities or assistance with the schoolwork, or would you help?
We have some in the center. We try to work with some models, and that's how the government decide that we have to do our work like that. So we have a model that helps the parents with the education, and especially the education and the problems they have with the children. They won't eat their vegetables. They have difficulties to work for school. So that it's a mobile model. We have also the help for studying, and then we try to work together with the parents and the children. We have a certain method to implicate at home and work together. And we have also the children that stays residentially in our center. And then we're trying to find also solutions. Every year we have to go to the judge, and then we try to explain how it goes, which steps the family does. So mostly of the time it's difficult, but for the children that stays in the residence, it's very difficult to manage and to get the good solutions or good yeah. But when it's mobile, when we go at home and we try, that that give a lot of satisfaction, because we work together, and that's my experience. The families got their results and their answers for their questions.
And now, is De Kleine Vos for immigrants or newcomers to Belgium?
It's mostly
Or is it for everyone?
for everyone, yeah. But in the center, when they stay, it's mostly the very difficult educations at home. Maltreatment. In Flemish, we call it the fourth generations. They are very poor. They don't have the supplies they need, and all those things to provide in the caring of every day. It's like very simple. It's bed, but brood. It means a bed to sleep. You can't wash yourself. You don't have food. So that's mostly the start when they come to in the center. But afterwards, we try to work with the parents and to put them on the rails again, so they can go
through the right path.
Yes.
What has been your biggest challenge in your current role?
Not so long ago, I had a family, and they were with 7 persons in a very small apartment that wasn't livable. And the husband, he was renting that apartment, but it wasn't okay also, and they had to move out also, and that was heavy, because they had a little baby from 3 weeks, and yeah, it was very difficult.
And what was the outcome of that situation, if you can know?
On Monday, I tried to contact them again, and we find finally a place for them to stay in a hostel. but it's only temporary. But we have to find a solution, and but it's gonna be very difficult because they are with 7 persons, and to live in Antwerp, it's very expensive.
So do these families, do they need to pay a deposit when they rent these social houses or special homes?
Um, if it's a social house, I don't think so. But if it's in the private market, they have to make a deposit, and it's on a blocked.
Okay. So, Martin, what do you think that the government can do to help your organization with the families and placing them in rentals or apartments?
Mhm. Um, I don't think it's for the organization, but it's mostly for the families who are very in need to find a place to stay, to live. It's too expensive for them here in Antwerp, and it's also in Brussels, Ghent. It's mostly everywhere in Flanders, I think. But they have to change the way it's like now. It's very expensive when you go on the private market. It's all, and if you are a single parent, it's mostly all your payments. It's going there, so you don't have very much to live for the other things to pay or. Um, so I think they have to control and manage and speed up the work, because there are some apartments for sociaal verhuurkantoor, and but they are restoring them, so they have to
Hurry up.
hurry up.
Yes. Do you think that the limited housing is because Belgium itself took in a lot of refugees? Do you think it's because of that, or is it just because they need to hurry up and remodel these houses for the people and family that needs them?
I think it's both, because the refugees are coming here and they are expecting a better life. Uh, and I think it's very hard for them to see how it goes here. The life is very expensive. Um, when you are a single parent, you can't manage everything. When you are a single person, you can manage you can't manage everything. I think that's what I think.
Hey guys, thank you for watching my sit down with Martine Goosens from CKG De Kleine Vos. Unfortunately, we did have some technical difficulties and the rest of the sit down was muted. Of course, we like. CKG De Kleine Vos is here to help everyone. So if you do need assistance, don't feel hesitant or afraid to get in contact with them. I will place the website down below where you can click and find out more information about CKG De Kleine Vos and how we can help you or someone that you know. Thank you for watching this beautiful sit down with Martine Goosens with me on Vagina Therapy. Thank you guys. Until next time.